Okay, we're broadcasting. We're just going to do a mini ceremony. I'm not recording this on telephone line today, but I am on the conference line right now. I'm getting on there right now. 641-715-358, circle access code 773342. Let's get on there right now. Okay, if you do come on, I can't turn it up real loud because the music is playing. I don't have the ability to make it silent when it happens when it's recording. So I mean, make it softer. So that happens when it's recording. So just speak up if you come on. And here is our Statue of Liberty at dawn, and here is the Statues of Liberty enlightening the world from all the different continents. All right, and here's our New Millennial Golden Rule link to the 5050now website. And here is the Marvelous Miraculous Gathering Place, our half-crown halo, beginning of a new star-gated universe when we travel back in time with parity, not patriarchy, past, present, future. And la leche, la leche, la leche, la leche, la leche. Let's start it out that way. La leche, la leche, la leche, la leche, la leche. Parity, not patriarchy, past, present, future. So let's do our ceremony, real quick version of it, because we don't want to be crunched on sending you our emails. The light is on in all our hearts. We have with us marvelous, miraculous, budding, blooming flowers in water. Hugs and love to all, both in each and every one, as soon as possible. The light is on in all our hearts. We have with us marvelous, miraculous, budding, blooming flowers in water. Hugs and love to all, both in each and every one, as soon as possible. And we'll say, Namaste, Mitakuya Oyasin, Mitakuya Koseveral. Kongs Pax culture. Tubes, Sedleric, Tubes, Chinque, Chap Chap, Sayonara, Das Vidanya. Bahava, L'chaim, Shalom. Let's put that early. Let's say Bahava, L'chaim, Shalom, Soul, Salam, Shalom, Mir Pache, Pache Mir, Ubuntu, Merci, Buenos Dias, Ciao, Schlanzwag, Chinque, Chap Chap, Sayonara, and good day and cheerio. And let's say it again. And let's say, let's love and live eternally young, longest, and prosper all, both in each and every one. As Equinox QQs, Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Severas of our marvelous, miraculously budding, blooming, heart-lit, solar Milky Ways of the Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Severas of the New Millennial Co-Federation of the Golden Rule. Say that again. Let's love and live eternally young, longest, and prosper all, both in each, as Equinox QQs, Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Severas of the New Millennial Golden Rule, budding and blooming marvelously, miraculously, with our Milky Ways and our solar heart lights. Let's do that. And we'll drink the milk of human kindness. We'll drink the milk of human kindness on behalf of all, both in each and every one, especially celebrating all our holy baby girls and holy baby boys, past, present, future, given the proper 2 to 3 years on cue breastfeeding. And if you didn't get it, we have a way to make it up for you. And the importance of human kindness throughout our lives. As Equinox QQs, Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Severas, I drink on behalf of all, both in each and every one, representing all, both in each and every now and as soon as possible, as Equinox QQs, Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Severas. Delicious. And now we have our Purim and Passover and Soma of Veg India and Entheons of Lucian Mysteries, liquids The liquids of promises, but especially the importance of the fruits of the earth that Mother, Father, Goddess, God gives to us, especially Mother Nature on this and all our planets. Also include the Native American and other cultures, cocoa and chocolate drinks and eggnogs and so forth. But none is more important than the milk. Let's drink on behalf of all, both, each and every one, representing all, both, and each and every one now and as soon as possible. As Equinox Recuse, Co-Secretary General, Co-Secretary. Delicious, but not more important than the milk. And let's drink our water of loving, living planets that will regain and sustain our planet Earth and all our Earths to be. We are like these orbs of light. We make the circle and then we make light by sharing parity, past, present, future in our circle. Let's drink on behalf of all, both, and each and everyone, representing all, both, and each and everyone, now as Equinox Recuse, Co-Secretary General, Co-Secretary of our rainbow lights, our heart lights, solar, Milky Ways, budding and blooming into the universe, marvelously, miraculously. Let's do. Very good, but don't take that for granted. And now we have our case. And we'll celebrate and re-celebrate all our birthdays, conception days, name days, and holy days, starting with our spring and autumnal birthdays, vernal and autumnal equinox birthdays, and then our solar, starting with our women of all ages, and then also especially our young women and our young men aged 37 and younger thereabouts, past, present, future, as Equinox Recuse, Co-Secretary General, Co-Secretary. And you know, we celebrated your birthday on my birthday. We did a very major referencing of your different birth dates and talking about them on my birthday. And we'll continue that. I'll do some more of that. Let's see if I can get you here. And let's celebrate and re-celebrate all our birthdays, conception days, name days, and holy days as Equinox Recuse, Co-Secretary General, Co-Secretary. Did both ways. Okay. And we have our Purim cookie. We have our Purim cookie and our Passover wafer. It's round and the Passover wafer is flat. Why is it round? So that we don't celebrate a triangulated head of a villain, but instead the parity gathering of women that would have made the Purim story come true. And that's what we want in time for Yom Kippurim. And then we also have the flatbread of the Passover and Last Supper. Why is it flat? Because people under patriarchy are always rushed and they can't enjoy their time. So let's change these holidays of promises into holy days of becoming risen. And we have the round bread for the women and the females, and the oval bread for the males. And we celebrate and re-celebrate all our birthdays, conception days, and we become risen in the way of Atlantis, egalitarian culture, and putting together the best of Atlantis and all the Holy Lands. And then we become risen, Stargates Atlantis risen on this and all our planets. And I do need to get the egalitarian eggs, so just we'll hold on one moment. I'll be right back. Put this up on the screen. Oh, let me just, while I'm doing that, let me go ahead and play our important recordings.
And then she said she couldn't eat the main for everybody. Shorty so just to get along, have enough to eat. She was careful, very careful. And there was a sister, Clara.
And we're also going to play this for you. Just bear with us. We'll be right back and play something more. Our blood. Be right back. And we have our eggs of egalitarian culture. There's the one egg like me calling the circle, two eggs like Lee and I, and Maria and I on so many occasions. Yeah, Maria and Patricia and I, 3 eggs, and Roger and Sylvia and I, 3 eggs. We need to have you gather so we expand the numbers and get to 3, and then to 4 to 11 eggs, and gather the women together. 4 to 7, 11, and co-anoint one another as Equinox Qs, Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Secretary. Then we gather with us 5 young women and 5 young men, rounds age 37 and younger. Add them all and make the big circle of all of us egalitarians. Co-anoint one another's Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Secretary. When we do that, that means that the relationship of females improves, the mutual respect, better listening, less reactive. Then we have the relationship of females and males, less of that dominance hierarchy, dominant submission hierarchy that we see so much of, and so pernicious in its impact. Then we also have the subset of that, the egalitarian marriage is improved and sustained, and then we have better relationships between men, egalitarian men who are not involved in dominance and exploitation or destruction for each other, but are caring and able to listen and learn from one another. And then we have our one egg again, that's you, that you can say, parity, not patriarchy, past, present, future, and make the circle wherever you're at, call the circle, and you become a point of light on this and all your planets. Okay. And now, and I forgot to say, I showed the breads, and we also have our oats and our rice, very important, Mother Nature, thank you. And we have our consciousness currencies, and we start with our various surnames of the family. All the native names, singing crickets, sunflowers, babbling brooks, whatever you want to say, and Yanster-Slatkin. And then we have Winarian, and we have Morellian, Adelian, Margulian, Silver Golden Kindians, Alkindian, Feldmarian, Hertzens, Herzogian, and Sweet and Saganin, and many, many, many more. And we also have Kabedia Gandhian, and we have Lee Winfrian, Brant Skickel, Fitzgerald, Kennedy Cuomo, Hannah and Cuomo, and Hoel and Cassidian, and many, many, many more. Then we also have that, we have that in the Akashic Records, all the women in the Akashic Record. Then we have our current generations of women, so very important with all of those surnames. And then we have our younger people, females and males, so very, very important. It rounds age 37 and younger, doesn't have to be perfect. And let's give you all the big kisses. All right, and now we have our big branching family tree. We have our big branching family tree. And here we are. Let's celebrate in the Akashic Record, Marie, Myrtle, Pearl, and Rose. And especially thanking for them for gathering us here at Sarah Harriet and Ray and Sarah Harriet, and also Estrella and Libertia as Harry Harriet and Clara. Ray and Clara as Harry Harriet and Jacqueline, who's in our current generations, and Kasturba and Radha, and Precious Antoinette, Risen Rose, Grandma Marie, Grandma Popper, Annette, Grandma Popper, and Lynn, and Rachel, and also Beth Ann, and a bunch of Deborahs. So we've got those young people and cookies, and we have young women in their early in the Akashic Record, and we also have Hattie Mae and Lillian Gay and Gawagi, and we have Rose, Eunice, and Jacqueline, and we have Dolores and Maria, and we have another Dolores and Maria, and we have another Dorothy and Virginia, and we have lots more, And then we also have all the important women in our current family, so very important. So let's start. This time, let's start with Victoria and Mariama, and let's start with Marion, and of course, Anna Maria and Ma Patricia, singing crickets and sunflowers, and their sisters Martha and Laura and Sophie and Julianne, Maria and I, and Barbara and Meredith, and all of the ones that I usually say. We want to include Alexandra, Rachel, Juliana, Francesca, and we want to include Batya, Helene, remembering Lee and Thelma. Let's go back to the Akashic Record, Lee and Thelma, and Adele and Rose and Lillian, and we have Batya, Helene, Sherry and Arlene, and remembering Pearls and Ruby. We have Sally and Deborah and Paula, and then we have remembering Beth Ann. We have Sarah, Susan, Jodine, and Laura, remembering and did I say Sonia and Pratiba, very much so, and we have Vernita and Vernita and Alicia and Krishnandra and Oprah and Patricia. And then we also have Mary and Carrie. We have Denise, and we have, and I neglected to mention, Leah and Jennifer and Diane and Sharon. Excuse me. Diane, Sharon, and Ivanka and Ivy, and a lot more there. Our Margilian family already did our Silver Golden Kindian. We want to get to our Azalt Kindian, Denise and Marcia, remembering Precious Rose, and all of Hannah Green, going back to the Akashic Record, Hannah Green of Solomon, and also Bonnie, and lots more women coming through there. And so current women here also include Denise and Marcia, and Robin, and Linda, and Gila, and Sela, and Ethel. Gila and Ethel, Sela will put it the younger women. And many, many more there. And we have, like I say, Vernita, Oprah, I gave them already. And we also have Kathleen and Caroline. And, let's go to our Feldmarian family first. Let's remembering Giselle and Dorothy, we have Andrea and Cheryl and Robin, Susan, and Meredith, and Merle, and many, many more there. And then we also have our Caroline, Kathleen, Megan and Carrie, and we have Marjorie and Hillary. And then we have our younger women and young men, so very, very important. And oh, and I neglected to mention the Akashic Record. We have Malka and Shirley, and in the middle generations, we also have Georgine and Laura and many more of the neighbors there. We have Anne Reed and Marilyn and Lorraine and a whole bunch of people there in that area, and Alicia and Allison and Andrea and different surnames, okay? And we also come to our younger generations of women. And let's start with Angeline and April, Rose and Marie, Rose and Edith, and we have Hadass, Rachel Marie, Daniel, Juliet, Stacy, Anastasia, Soma, Vanessa, Salia, Julia, Lynn, Raquel, Julia, Raquel, Lynn, and Sharon. We have, and did I mention this upper generation here? We have Mary and Carrie, very important, and also Donna and Diana, and many, many more. And then we have, and remembering in the Akashic Record, Barbara and Bessie also. And so we have, in the younger generations of women, also we have Hesperus and Athena, and Natalie and Elisa, and Ashira and Alida, Halal and Ashira and Elisa. And we have Rebecca and Sandra, Abby and Sarah, and Aquarius, and Abby and Sarah, I said that already. Okay, and then we have our young men, equally important. We have Ben, Shannon, and John, Harlan, Elizabeth, Wesley, and Yeshai, Harlan, Elizabeth, Wesley, Ross, Marcel, Itani, Eric, and Jared, and more. And then when we give you all together, we give you big hugs and kisses. All right, and then you all anoint one another, co-anoint one another as Equinox Tricus, Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Sivraz, and then we can also bring back the older women through the stargates in the younger condition of their youth, and then the older men also. After we've, of course, been saying to all the men that we know who are age 38 and young, older, period, not patriarchy, past, present, future, make that a clear message to them. Make sure that you know that that's what you're working on. If not, you create big havoc all around you. So, so now we'll give the names of the older men too, and more. And you can call me 24/7, and I know that this is not going to be a recording for you, but it will be on Google and YouTube, and I'll tell you that. We won't have a phone recording of this, but I want you to know that because I think you need to understand that things begin to disappear from availability. You lose blessings when you don't honor them. Okay, so that's what happens. And so let's give you all the big blessings and kisses. All right, and now we have our Winston group. That's my branches, and Marion, we would only see you bring your pictures, and Marva, we would like to see you bringing your pictures. Why don't you bring your pictures? All right, here we are. And we have Victoria, Mariama, Julia, Marie, and I. We have Georgine and Laura. And we have, of course, Vanessa, Sally, and Hans of his Wesley. And we want to bring all together all the people around them in that local region of the heartland, and then connecting with you all around the country and world. So this landmass and world. So let's give big kisses. All right, and now back to the big family tree. Make sure that that group at once is connected, and that's the problem, that they're not. And they don't seem to want to be, and that's what we have is a problem with all of you. You don't seem to want to be connected, and that's why you're doing yourselves in. That's all I can say. So let's fix you up. All right, and now we all say what we always do. We'll pick Parity Paradisze. On this one, all our planets will say we don't want patriarchy. We understand it's got a few problems. It's a boom and bust cycle that always winds up in a big bust, and this time it would cause planetocide. So we're going to pick Parity Paradisze on this one, all our planets, past, present, future, as equinox to Q's, co-secretary generals, co-supervisor, and egalitarian culture of Atlantis and all holy lands risen, past, present, future. We'll start fresh. And let's say, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, all the blessings and all the greetings of all the heritages of our earth and our earth, past, present, future, as equinox to Q's, co-secretary generals, co-supervisors. And we'll say it again. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, all the blessings and all the greetings of all the heritages of our earth and our earths, as solar Milky Ways, budding and blooming, marvelously miraculous, budding and blooming, Milky Way, solar heartlights, co-secretary generals, co-supervisors, equinox true Qs. All right, and that's our ceremony, and we're just going to make sure that you know this was done, and make sure that we do play this part of the tapes too. Let's play this for you. Let's play this.
This day I call the heavens and the earths as witnesses intercessorily for and hopefully and prayerfully not against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessings and curses. Now choose love and life with light, so that you and your children may live. For I give you good doctrine, forsake ye not your new millennial law. Comes on Pax and let us all risen. On this earth and all planets, circles connected and reconnected in balance.
Okay, and
maybe play sunflowers for obscurity and blackness. This is Anna Marie singing Christmas, and I am Cherokee, Cheyenne, Blackfoot, and Alabama, Dakota. And I am also French, English, and German. We need to create island teams. That means we are all related. We embrace the new millennium golden rule as the law of ALLTIMATE of the sacred ground that is Mother Earth, and all the planets of all the universes.
Okay, and now we're going to make some outreach calls as we usually do.